Hi, and welcome to this video about Pearson EdXL's GCSE and A-Level Languages exams Summer 2023 series. Back in January, we presented a webinar for the Association for Language Learning, giving an update on the 2023 series and everything that you need to know. For those of you who haven't had a chance to see it or wanted a slightly shorter version, I've put together this video. Any links that I refer to over the course of this presentation can be found in the notes that accompany the video. So, of course, at the front of your minds at this point will be the speaking. So we'll start there. Firstly, we offer a range of training via our Pearson Development Academy. These can be online scheduled events or online recordings to access whenever is convenient for you. Those two events on screen are available for you whenever you need them. We have the Spotlight on Speaking resources, which have links to exemplars, the essential forms you need, conversation question ideas, examiner reports, past papers, and more. They're a one-stop shop for all things speaking, and we have them for both GCSE and A-Level. And we also have these videos to support you conducting the exams. Finally, a reminder of the speaking window dates for this year, the 17th of April to the 19th of May, and links to the key important documents that you'll need, such as the GCSE Administrative Support Guide, our frequently asked questions, a crib sheet for teacher examiners, and the Administrative Support Guide for A-Level. Next up, a quick look at the optionality amendments to the writing paper at GCSE. This was a very popular amendment made for COVID in the summer 2022. We submitted a request to Ofqual to be able to keep this change, and so in 2023, all question titles will appear in English for both foundation and higher tier. There'll be an additional 5 minutes added to the foundation paper and an extra question option 2B. Vocabulary is a key word when it comes to the new 2024 GCSEs, but it's also important to bear in mind with the current specification. Ofqual has removed the specific requirement for GCSE assessments to use vocabulary that is not on the vocabulary list. Note, the 2016 GCSE vocabulary lists were not required to be comprehensive and presumed prior knowledge from Key Stage 3 study. Our papers will only use words from this vocabulary list, plus words in the following categories. Derived forms from the grammar list according to the tier, e.g. conjugations of verbs in all required tenses and the different articles. Cognates, which are genuine cognates in the target language and not false friends. Words which are assumed prior knowledge from Key Stage 3, for example, colours, numbers, and other commonly used items, and common, easily recognisable place names and proper names. There may be a very small number of words not listed in the vocabulary lists and which are outside of the categories mentioned above, but whose inclusion is integral to the question. Any such words will be glossed and will not be targeted in the questions. We also made some accessibility amendments last summer. If you weren't already aware, here's an update. So these amendments were Pearson specific and unrelated to the COVID amendments. Summer 2022 was the first full series with these amendments, and they were designed to reduce cognitive load, the level of demand, and to improve clarity. Full information, including a guide video, is available on our website, and we've had very positive feedback from teachers and students. Here's a brief rundown of those amendments. There are shorter extracts or texts in listening and reading, a more accessible use of target language, fewer and less demanding inference questions, content more relatable and within the experience of GCSE students, literary text and authentic material, including cultural, more rigorously adapted to make them more accessible, We adapted the design of the listening paper to create additional pause time, simplified the bullets in the writing paper, and clearer rules for translation. And in the speaking, students are now prompted to ask a question. We had lots of really positive feedback on these. I won't read these all out, but do feel free to pause the video here to read them over. Finally, a quick look at our post-exam support. We have another document from the Spotlight On series, this time with all the useful links for exam results. From here you can find key dates, links to results plus information about access to scripts, grade boundaries and more. So some key things that you might want to know. Question papers are available following the completion of the exam session, and mark schemes are published by the end of July, early August. The grade boundaries will be available on results days, which are the 17th of August for A-level GCE and the 24th of August for GCSE. And the examiner's reports will be published the Tuesday after the results day. If you don't already know, as part of the qualification fee, you have access to our online analysis tool, Results Plus. This allows you to analyse students' results question by question, see how they compare to national averages, and there's comparison possible at multi-academy trust level to analyse across centres. You can also access examiner reports on results day via Results Plus. Finally, a little about grading. What you can see on screen was the explanation of the 2022 grading system. The proportion of students achieving grades was to be at a midpoint between 2019 and 2021 grading. Grade boundaries in 2022 may be lower or higher than when summer exams were previously sat in 2019, as in any other year. However, the proportion of learners achieving each grade for qualifications was more generous than 2019, but lower than 2021. For GCSE French and German, there was also a 2 percentage point adjustment for grades 7 and 9, and a 1 percentage point for grade 4 to bring in line with Spanish. What you see on screen now is taken from an Ofqual statement in September 2022. It said that students in the 2023 cohort have not experienced national school and college closures during their 2-year courses of study, but we know they have experienced some disruption. The 2023 cohort will be protected in grading terms if their exam performance is a little lower than before the pandemic. And it was expected that overall results in 2023 will be much closer to pre-pandemic years than the results since 2020. And this decision means that results in 2023 will be lower than in 2022. There are many ways to keep in touch with us about Pearson MFL qualifications. You can send me an email, connect with me on Twitter and LinkedIn, book a one-to-one appointment with me, and sign up for my update emails or join our languages community pages. There are many options, so you can do whatever works best for you.